Ryan Suckup, the man tasked with getting this one started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. First down. Here's Cousins. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Well, they wasted no time taking a shot down the field. He was letting it fly in the very first play from scrimmage. And this was excellent coverage down there. And they'll come away with an early takeaway. And I mean an early takeaway.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Second down, Mariota. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. To throw is Mariota. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Here's Mariota, escaping the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Whoosh! He's still barreling through. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down and inside the 5-yard line.
And that is caught. Walker, touchdown Titans. Delaney Walker, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead. Ryan Suckup on for the point after. Extra point put through by Suckup, and that makes the score 7-0. Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start to what we're saying.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And that is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And now it's 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. 19 yards that time for number 19. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now,
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
First down, Mariota. Caught right side, Davis. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. With the former Volunteer Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaunt. Mariota now to throw on first down. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. Mariota on first down. His throw caught right around the 6. And he's brought down. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Throw it, Mariota. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Ben Gideon coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Let's go.
Play fake to Henry. Now Mariota. And he's got it. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So that's what you almost never see at this level. A wobbler from very short range, and it winds up no good.
All right, Brandon, if he slipped or someone got a hand on it, then I can understand it, but it's almost like he heard a whistle or something to stop this swing. A very strange result, especially for an NFL kicker.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there of 22.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Well, the upcoming Super Bowl, so many storylines, but one that obviously grabs you. Sean McVay just turned 33 January 24th, youngest coach ever to take a team to the Super Bowl. Double that age for Bill Belichick, who's 66. And, Charles, that's the largest gap between coaches in Super Bowl history.
Yeah, and when it's more the experience. The number of times that the Patriots have gone to the Super Bowl with Belichick leading them versus Sean McVay's first time in the Super Bowl leading the Rams. Will that game experience come into play at all? But I do like this about Sean McVay. Raised in the game, raised up through the NFL system, no matter how young he might be. Remember, his grandfather was a head coach and a GM in the league. He gets it. He understands. I highly expect the moment to be just fine for him and not too big.
Cousins now from the 50. And he's able to find Diggs. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Final play of the half. Cousins. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. You sure you're ready for the third quarter? Need to use a bathroom or anything? All right, cool. Let's go. So we reach halftime here with the visiting Titans taking the lead into intermission. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. On play action to Henry. Here's Mariota. Looking to hit Matthews, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. He was looking for Matthews that time. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Cousins now. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Throwing. Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. Well, partner, after the conference championship games, there was a lot of talk about the overtime rules, understandably so. Do you think that anything needs to be changed in the NFL overtime situation?
I don't think so. And you got to remember, I'm an old crone, all right? So here's the deal on it. The NFL jumped into popularity with an overtime game, the Baltimore Colts being the New York Giants. Back in, where was it, 1959, 58, 59? That's when the NFL really came into prominence, and it was sudden death. Alan Amici, the Colts got the ball, they scored. No one talked about anything but, boy, what an exciting game. As time went on, people started talking about fairness. So the overtime rule finally got changed. If you score first with a touchdown, the game's over. Otherwise, you keep playing. I think that's pretty cool. And in our 2 championship games this year, we had overtime in both. Tom Brady and the Patriots won the toss, went downfield, scored a touchdown, ball game. Drew Brees and the Saints won the coin toss, threw an interception. The Rams kicked the field goal and won. Defense still exists if you care to play it.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Going up top. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flipped field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A 1st down throw for Mariota. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Mariota gives to Henry. And room there to work it inside the 25. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
3rd and short yardage. Mariota. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And Suckup will put this one right through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And now out comes Minnesota. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game?